Night Lights. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Venus. Hold on a second. I'm getting a guidebook. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, the goddess reincarnated, Lilith. Here on a Friday. We got the club going up on a Friday. I didn't want to do this. I was like, I don't want to do this. Which is what? Shadow work. But they told us not to avoid it. This morning they're like, you have to do your emotional healing work. Come on, dude. I don't want to do this. I'm tired. Are you hurt? I mean, I feel bothered. That's good enough. We could start with that. We talked about... I'm trying to put some books away. I'm trying to be organized. I'm trying to have some organization to this bullshit like I always am. We talked about the witch's wound, and that came up as a touchy subject for me, and I took a little bit of a nap, and I woke up in that same energy of like, that's some bullshit. In the essence, no, I don't want that. Discriminatory. Like, people be hating on me. And I don't really care, but apparently I care. And that's what we're talking about, is we're trying to dig up, wounds. Emotional, repressed feelings and shit from whatever. And I was trying to, tell my story to it. And it's like, as soon as I became spiritual, in any kind of context, I became a witch. And I spent a lot of time trying to convince people I wasn't a witch. And then I just became the biggest, most baddest witch ever. And, realistically, I'm the beginning of the witchhood, is what that works. And it was a long trial by fire. In essence, it's like everybody judged me because of my spiritual practices, bro. And they swore I was praying to the devil and I was out to get them and I was doing things against God. When clearly I was doing it in the name of God. And so when I said that, then I had to be crazy. If I wasn't a devil worshiper, then I was crazy. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I just want to point out I'm wearing my Buddha shirt that says, let that shit go. I was called a great many things. Great. Just in this life. Only to find out how you viewed me in all my other lives as well. And to stand in that viewing, you know what I mean, for all to see. And that's what I was talking about is, that next step of fame and fortune comes with that. Hang the witch. Hang the witch by the noose. What is that, twine? For if I needed to do a cord cutting. We got 2 or 3. How many cords do we need to cut? Yeah, I'm a total witch bitch. I run Hogwarts Station. I know the use of all the freaking elements. Oh, that looks good. I'm like one of the most powerful witches. Why? Because I work with love and light. But in the instance, I am the freaking goddess of darkness. So there's not any fight to be had. But it was a fun little, ordeal of me trying to withhold my pride and honor as a human being and not be deemed as something evil, only to be told by God there's nothing scarier than me. He told me himself. So I'm dealing with that. Jesus, that was a little much. I'm dealing with that, which is just the wound of it, you know what I mean? And that came up with my Medusa, Baba Yaga, all of them. It's like you feared us. You feared me, always. And all times. Hecate? Fuck no. Kali? Fuck no. The goddess Morgan? Fuck no, bro. The war god? Nope. So I come out here and I'm like, you don't have to be afraid of me. Like, bro, you're the scariest thing that God ever created. I mean, yeah, but, love and light, bitches. I'm not wreaking havoc. That's the healed version of me. Obviously, and they didn't either, and that's what I tell you about all my stories. I didn't do all of that. People came to me for the powers to do that against you. I didn't do all that shit. I didn't do all that shit, and that's where it comes back to Aleister Crowley. He's gonna fucking burn you guys for taking the teachings to, you know what I mean, to this extent, to doing these type of things. It's like, that's Buddha, you know what I mean, Jesus. I didn't say any of that. What have you done with my works? Going back to Albert Einstein, this was never supposed to happen. Anyways, so I'm dealing with the witch's wound, and with that being said, I'm like, well, fine, we'll do our shadow work. So every Friday we do shadow work. Boom, 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 boom. Usually I'm triggered into it, and I'm already am. And what it is just repressed emotions. You bring them to the surface. So even though I'm talking about my past lives, as I'm sitting here, and we're going to go through this, they're going to bring up my current life as an expression of the karma of my past lives. As they always say, it's better to be feared and respected. People fear that they don't understand. Anyways, I mean, I just bring understanding, but ultimately, that's it. And I spoke about it in my cards. It's like, you know, I'm not allowed to be a witch around these guys because they get scared. I'm not allowed to be a witch. I'm not allowed to be powerful. I'm not allowed to be the divine being I am. You want to dumb me down to a name and say that I'm all these things, that I'm my situation. You want to deny me my divinity. Confirmation. I don't know what that is. Somebody sent something. I don't know. Anyways, so that's which wound I'm dealing with, which would be, I guess, persecution and rejection. Do you know what I mean? They vilified Lilith. God didn't make me such ways. And reclaiming my wings, I don't know exactly how that happened, but if I can do it in this life, I'm going to do it again. I did, etherically. Everybody knows the story when I was up on that mountain, and they told me I got my wings back. I can see them, but they're only in one layer of my being. They're not in the physical. I haven't grown out of my physical body. I don't know. Anyways, and that would be the oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. And it's funny because I pulled a card and I put it back. So I'm going to dig in these cards that I have. Jeez. We're going in deep. These cards are meant to trigger us so that we can heal. And for me, they're only confirmation to what I'm already going through. I didn't want to do this right now, but we're doing it. So I was really excited about these cards. I got these later. I manifested them for over... Meaning, I see them and I want them. That doesn't mean I fucking go and get them the moment I have them and I start stressing and I can't wait to buy them and I'm a lunatic about getting them. No. I want those. I'm going to have those when the time is right. How long did this take? Maybe a year. I actually sent these to my daughter and said I wanted them for Christmas or my birthday. Really? Yeah, it could have been over a year maybe. I wanted them for so long. Why didn't you get them? Because it wasn't meant to be. I don't just frivolously buy shit. Alright? So right now, what am I manifesting? There's brand new ones that are the Archangel Metatron Oracles. They just came out. But I'm not done working with him. I don't want those right now. I'm not ready for those. And that's where this was. Where are we at? Number 24. Kali. It was my most fierce life. My most fierce being that he created me. I promise you when I say this, I can still taste blood from that incarnation. It is because of that incarnation that I can't look at owies anymore. Like, oh God, please don't show me the broken bones and flesh and all of this. It is because of that I can listen to, stories of, Manson and fucking Dahmer and Bundy, shit like that. I'll rip your body parts off, dude. I'm gonna eat you. Truthfully, yeah. What was I made? I was made to destroy your enemies. It's the same card we pulled earlier in our 10-day. It was Saw. Saw was there to destroy your enemies. I'm gonna take and pull out my little open. Alright, let's read it out of this book, and then we'll leave that one over there. But are we in our Kali energy? Yeah, we'll get a message from Kali when we're all done. My higher self. 24. Love. Love isn't always pretty. Love is authentic, and it appreciates authenticity. Sometimes real love means you allow someone to make mistakes. Boundaries may be necessary to assist someone you love in the long run. Love is eternal. Acceptance and love can help you negotiate any transition, in particular ones that you're afraid of and hesitant to make. Duality. Fear and love, being seen and hidden. What's unforgivable? But there must be boundaries so that it's not done again. I can forgive you, but we cannot do this again. I can get over this, but don't make me have to go through this again. Is the difference there. Okay? People make mistakes. The Hindu god Shiva, the destroyer, sees Kali Mother, for the first time. He fully takes in the sight. He trembles in fear, the awesomeness of her, for she is time itself. What's up, Marshall? Yeah. He had never seen nothing like himself. Marshall sees the mirror in me as I see the mirror in him. We're mirrors. True mirrors. He fully takes in the sight. He trembles in fear, the awesomeness of her, for she is time itself. She is naked because she is infinite and has nothing to hide, as time is beautiful and terrible all at once. Shiva sees her open her mouth and understands that everything depletes and changes before time, and time swallows everything eventually. The wonder of this, the truth of her. He notices she wears a small hip skirt made of human hands, which represents our deeds and actions merging into time. She wears a necklace of skulls, which represents all human thoughts, which may be great or poor, worthy or unworthy. And these merge into time. She holds a cut head in one hand, representing the evil demons of all our nature, and the negative, destructive that these two will be suppressed and subdued by time. He sees her dancing in the flame and ashes, blackened her body, and knowing deeply that everything that is not needed is purified through her. He realizes with shock that she is compassion itself. Everything can be given to her, everything, all of it, and she will transform it. She is her fierceness, will turn it all into love. Shiva sees her fully and loves her immediately. Plant companion, wood. Crystal, iron, or metal. I had a place in time and I had a purpose, and my purposes may have not been anything to you, but I've always served as a purposeful being. And you can't ask me not to be all the layers of my being in this time. And yeah, that's the truth. I take everything and destroy it and make it all new again. But yeah, we take all of that. The ego's gotta die, guys. Sandalwood is one of the best things to use for healing. Earlier, when I told everyone that I couldn't get a hold of my cedar, which I got in a bar soap, I told you to go to sandalwood because there's plenty of it. So that's a good one for your healing as well. And iron or metal, candle's right there. So, ergo. I will pull a Kali card right now, and that's my higher self. I did my Isis, but the next card is Anubis, and that's just a part of time that's talking to me in this time. I can't say who you were in your past lives, but I can tell you over and over who I was and what I'm here to do. But as the Kali, those that, especially Western civilization, did not understand the fierceness of what God had created me. We went back to, all of my flavors as Medusa. Why, God? As, Baba Yaga. You were going in there, as Morgan. I wasn't a woman, bro. I wasn't created. I was always put in a woman form. Not always. And that's where I'm like, why do I have to play the girl? Is what I always say to the guys. Like, I've been a fucking warrior since the beginning. Yeah. With that being said, we're going to pull the Morgan oracles. Those came later. I was excited about those. Then I read the lady's book, and I'm like, she's a fucking weirdo. Everybody that studied me in times they lost their kind of minds, bro. They're a little strange. They're dark and weird. Like, what are you people? How did you, these are my people? I guess that's like Marshall, these are my fans? Jesus Christ. Okay, feed the fans. No, don't. I thought about it, Marshall. I really did. I thought about going to see your show with a bunch of your fans, because I'm technically a fan. I was like, hell nah, bro. Hell nah, I don't want to be in a room with a bunch of fucking Eminem fans. Why? Do you have to ask why? There's a whole documentary about to come out about why. You created these. Just kidding. You were just a voice to the creation. We can't blame Trump for the Trump supporters. They just needed something to support, and his mouth was what they supported. Open your mouth, Marshall. No! Pass the mic. I love you, guy. Alright, let's move on. Where are we in this book? Trump? Yeah, I bet he is. He's something else. Alright, so we're going to go into my Calling of the Morgan. That was the guidebook I was looking for. Again, I was the Morgan in my last life. Where are we? I don't know. We're in a great place. I feel that. That's exactly where I feel like I'm at. Really? Yeah, I'm very sluggish, ruggish bone. It's the sluggish, ruggish bone. Sorry. Do you like the witch laugh that comes with? It's so mortifying. What am I? I'm just like, oh man. What is that? Odras? I don't know. Do you feel that picture? I feel that image. That's where I'm at. I feel like very Hecate. Where am I in Hecate? It's the days of the week and the months and the time of the season. 33. Feast. We're not there yet. Victory? We're trying to be. Damn, that was me too. Hey, dude. I'm all about that life, bro. I'll fucking chop your fucking head off, bro. I'm all about that life, bro. Give me a sword. If I go to prison for cutting someone's head off, just know it was always my destiny. That's scary. I'm not gonna shoot you. I don't own a gun, but I'm trying to purchase a sword. As I told you, I was going to beat you with no staff. Are you violent? I was. I've been deprived of these things. I'm about love and shit, but it's a battle. The otherworldly guides. Poochoo Lane. There's my guy. Alright. What was that? It was a playing I Don't Want You guy forever. It's a funny story. It was like, nah, it was like, and realistically, it's like me and Russ all the time, just hating each other, but really just like, I love you kind of shit. It's like, when is somebody going to surrender to this? I don't know, him, I'm not, he's a pussy, I'm not surrendering to shit. Lucifer will give in to God before Lilith. Just kidding, I already did. Nah, you will surrender to God. In this life. Alright. On page 77. Get it together. What's today? I don't know. Odras. Keyword is your stubbornness. Rethinking your current course of action. Yeah, where are you going in life? Staring into the abyss. Oh, what are we gonna do today? I make light out of the darkness. Alright, let's look into her stubbornness. Here, Odrus rests from her pursuit of the Morgan. Hey, are you wore out trying to pursue me? In her exhaustion, she has fallen asleep. Above her, the Morgan, in the form of a phantom, signs and weaves spells, turning her into the waters of a river. The story of Odrus can be found in the Dindachichas. No, a collection of stories explaining the lore of places in Ireland. While watching her cattle herd, Odrus had fallen asleep, and with that, Morgan appeared and took a bull from her head, leading her into a cave of Crachun. Odrus pursues, intending to get her cow back from the Morgan. As she follows the goddess into Crachun, she becomes weary and falls asleep. It is then the Morgan comes to her and sings spells of power over her, transforming her into small streams that bears her name. Nana? No. In her hair are branches of hawthorn and a tree closely associated with the Morgan. I don't have hawthorn. I use hawthorn berries always for the Morgan. Really? Yep. And I use juniper berries for the Isis. I'm just teaching you all the craft and shit. I was teaching that earlier. The Ogam connected with the hawthorn in some name which means terror, a word mentioned repeatedly in Odra's story. Divination meaning. Here we go. It's time to rethink your current situation. Are you thinking rationally or letting your emotions rule over your actions? Your stubbornness can lead to undesired consequences and a loss of something precious to you. What? Am I supposed to give in to something? Nobody reached out to me and said nothing. What the fuck? Use your words. I'm not looking for subliminal messages and fucking, you know what I mean, I love you posts. No, bitch. You have a mouth. Get it to work. I'm just saying. I'm not being stubborn. I'm forgiving. I'm understanding. I'm open. I'm receiving. I can listen. That calls for action on your side, whoever the hell this is. I'm just throwing it out there. You're just scared. I'm not being stubborn. You are. Really? Yeah, because you're fearful of, and you don't want to face the music. Well, whatever. Accept your losses with grace and move forward. Learn to change as you move forward. Odrus was rigid and could not accept the situation. As a consequence, the Morgan transformed her. You can struggle against the situation, or you can accept it and transform it into something that benefits you. Don't repeat your mistakes. Well, that makes sense. I'm trying to see what this has to do with me. Say it again, God. What does this have to do with me? Rethink your current situation. I'm not thinking about the situation. Am I supposed to think about something? Are you thinking rationally? No, I'm not thinking. Letting your emotional rules? I don't have any emotions. Your stubbornness can lead to an undesired consequence of loss of something precious to you. I'm not being stubborn. I'm not against it. I'm not against rap. I'm not against... Just kidding. I'm not being stubborn. They're being pussies. I'm at this point. Accept your losses with grace and move forward. Learn to change as you move forward. Accept the situation, and as a consequence, or just accept it. You can struggle against the situation, or you can accept it and let it transform you into what benefits you. I just kind of accept that shit be... Dude, you guys be wanting me hung up on some shit, bro. I hung up the phone, bro. I just accept it. Like, I don't have a choice not to accept the way things are. I can only question so far. And I get my answer from God, and He just says, let it go. It's really fucked up. Like, you want to keep going and screaming at Him. No, but this isn't fair, and this is... And, you know, the Divine's looking at you like, and... Like, you're the only person on this planet? Like, this, you can't make it through this? You can't overcome this? You can't be a bigger person? You can't just let this go? You can't move on in life? You can't let this person go? Let this situation go? You just want to dwell on it forever? I was trying to explain that to Diana earlier. It's like, that's how Pac and, you know what I mean? They don't... We can't. We can't just sit there fucking hung up on some shit, bro. It happened. It happened. Deal with what happened.